let's get right into it. I've enjoyed myself so far, and it's going to be very, very memorable for me, like I said yesterday, because my daughter's here and she's having a ball, meeting new people, and just experiencing, everybody. Everybody's been so nice to her. I appreciate it. And, yesterday we went to eat and we were in a restaurant. She said, I wonder if everybody's looking at me like, why isn't she at school? Someone told me, Connie Walker, as a matter of fact, told me, because she raised 3 kids in the business. The youngest one now, I think, is 12, and the other ones went to college, 4 kids. And she told me, she said, sometimes, we take them out of school to go on these trips and go places. And a lot of other kids may not be doing that in their school. She said, but the education that they get for going with you somewhere is priceless. And do it while they're young. Okay, they miss a little work. You work with them. It's priceless. Other kids don't get to do that. So we're grateful. I'm grateful that I get to take her. She's gone to Boca, to Orlando, countless other places, Puerto Rico. She'll go to the Bahamas in February. And like I tell her, I try to teach her to be humble. She has a lot of things that a lot of kids her age don't have. And she's a very humble little girl. I couldn't ask for a better daughter. And I just teach her to be appreciative and to know that she has an advantage over a lot of kids her age because mommy works hard. Someone asked a question last night about your children and getting over the guilt of leaving them. And I always say include your kids, because when you include your children in the decisions that you make, they will help you make a better decision. The child knows that, okay, I'm going to miss mommy. All kids worry about is what's in it for them. So if I'm not going to see you for 2 days, what am I going to get? If I be a good girl while you're gone for 2 days, what am I going to get? So you just, if mommy closes the sale, see, I always look at it like this. I need more than just me praying. So if mommy closes the sale, I want to get you a treat. Guess what your child's going to do? Oh, please let mommy close. Please let mommy close. I need all the help I can get with the Primerica gods. You understand what I'm saying? So you close the sale and you make good on your word. Go get them a little treat. Mommy closed the sale today. I helped the family, so I get to help you. Here you go. So now they start understanding, Mommy, you have a KT today? You don't have a KT? Let me go get you one. That's what my RVP's daughter does, because she's in high school. She's like, for every parent name that you give me of your friends, every name and number you give me, if I help their family, you get a treat. She said, I don't want a treat, I want money. She said, okay. I'll give you $20 every one I close. She said, $20 whole dollars. She was coming home. She plays volleyball. She plays basketball. She was coming home with coaches' names, teachers' names and numbers, her friends' parents. She was like, I'm going to so-and-so's house. She was just going to her friend's house just so she could talk to the parents. You need to sit down with my mom. And then for about 5 months straight, that's how she was making money. She was getting ready to go, great girl. She's getting ready to go to college. She got accepted to UNLV, accepted to Arizona State. So her prom is next Saturday with the whole Bay Shop going to go support. And it's just a family, you guys. It's a family. You guys should be looking at that and the kind of family environment you have. And you say to yourself, I'm going to create that. I'm going to go RVP and I'm going to create that. That's all this is a copycat business. You just got to learn how to copy the right cat. That's all. Number 3. Competitive. Okay, I mentioned before how I was teaching people how to be competitive and they didn't even really understand it. They didn't even know that's what I was doing by getting them to constantly look at the scoreboard, I'll call my team, I'll call somebody randomly and I'll say, by the way, I have alarms set on my phone. The alarms tell me, just because I forget what I need to be doing. I have 1 million alarms set on my phone. One will go off and say, okay, call your districts. This doesn't mean I'm going to call all of them, but it's telling me, okay, this is the time of day, call some of your districts and get on their case about something. And another alarm will go off. Call your divisions and find out this. Another alarm will go off. Call your regionals and find out who's coming to the meeting tomorrow. Find out, I have my alarm set to no matter what I'm doing, the alarm go off, okay, all right, let me go ahead and do this real quick. Call somebody. Because I'm have to keep myself in check. I run a business. That's how I make my money. That's how I get paid. My work is different. I love what he said earlier about working on your business or working in your business. I've transitioned to the working on my business level where I go on, I'm still in the field. I'm just not in a grind. There's a difference. My grind time is over, but I will get a direct and I will take them out. Sometimes not even get a direct. I'll look at somebody that I let start training and I'll say, it's been 2 weeks since you closed a sale with this recruit. Haven't seen them in the meeting. Where they at? Okay, so I'm going to take over from this point. Sorry, they deserve the same opportunity you had, and you're dropping the ball, and it's not fair to them or their kids. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to step in and I'm going to call them, and I'm going to revamp them. I'm I'm going to go over there and do a restart instead of a fast start. And I'm going to see if I can get them on some training appointments. Then I'll turn around, I'll get out there and I'll get them. And then when people see my name coming across too much, I've closed 3 sales this week. They're like, oh, shoot, who did she take over? Who did she take over? Somebody is not training right now. Who is it? And they looking around to see who it is, because I have no problem doing that, because this person turned into IBA just like you. And when you were trained, they gave you 110%. You're not giving it to them. This person deserves the opportunity to get it. I have no problem. I've been doing that since I was a regional leader. I have no problem taking over where you're slacking to try to save someone from quitting because you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Meeting attendance. These are some of the things that we compete on. I will call a regional and I will say, like last night, how many people you have coming tomorrow? And I'll say, I'm going to have 22. Okay, well, that's great, because last week you had 16 and the other regional had 30. But you're constantly telling me how you're the leader of this bake shop. Now, their team is bigger than yours, you're not. So we'll see. So then today is the meeting, and then after the meeting, I'll call them all and see who had what. And then I'll go in again about who's the leader of the bake shop. You're not the leader of the bake shop. You're not getting enough people. How many people did you guys introduce today? These are the questions I'm going to ask later on today, and my regional leaders know that. I start with the regional leaders first because they're all direct to me. And then I'll go to the divisions that are direct to me. And then I'll go to the districts that are direct to me. And I'm holding everybody accountable. How many people did you have today? Your district. You have a licensed senior rep under you and 3 people that you're training right now. Where they at? That's what I grew up with. Neil used to say, where they at? My replacement, Ingrid Ellis, is in the building. She's moved to New Jersey. She's in the front row right here. And she's laughing because that's what we grew up with. Where they at? You know, her, myself, I was a regional. She was a division. Eric Davis, my other replacement, is at $300,000 income right now. My other replacement, Perry Watkins, at $150,000 in income right now. She's at about $65,000 in income right now. These 3 replacements plus myself and 1 other code did $72,000 in the base shop. Just us. With the month that my team did 103. The rest of my team did the other part, but we did 72. All of us did over 10, 15 grand personal and made up 72,000. 5 codes. And it's funny because all of them are RVPs now. All of them have hardware. It's a psychology to that. Your work ethic is what pays you. Don't your contract? We was working. They was divisions and I was a regional. We was working. She was able to pick up and leave and come to this side of the country, just her and her son, because she had a work ethic. Can't nobody take that from you. You know, if you didn't work here, you can't pick up and move and go anywhere because you didn't even work here. It's going to be even harder for you. You got to get your work ethic together. That's really what's holding you back, how you view what your decisions you're making right now. Are they in line with your goals and dreams? The decisions have to be in line. We teach competition because competition keeps you alive. People say, but competition breeds ugliness. I have a sorority sister that told me that. Competition breeds ugliness. Everyone gets so nasty and I said, no, they don't. Competition makes you work a little harder. Nobody cares about number 2. I told my base shop that yesterday morning. I got up, it was 9:30 here, it was 6:30 there. We had a little mini conference call. I get up, I don't care what time it is, get up. You're not tired from working because we're number 19 in the country right now. So you're not tired from working, get up. I don't care if you got a job to go to, that's why I'm doing this at 6:30 so I can get this in before you get to work. And because of that, 12 sales came through last night, 12 closes. They made 1 more phone call. They did a little bit more. They walked in the house a little different. Let me get this crazy woman off my back because I ain't getting up again at 6:30 in the morning. I said, number 19 on the 15th. I said, gosh, I don't know what that feels like. Maybe I remember, maybe when I was a district, but I don't know what that feels like, and I don't want to get comfortable trying to figure it out. So you need to get up. Meeting attendance, you got to know at every meeting how many people you had. You know why you have to know that? Because you have to track your growth. You need people. It's not just numbers. You need people. You know why I track that? And why I make them compete against that? They don't even get a prize. The competition is knowing that I'm saying, oh, okay, you had a pretty good turnout. They want to get that from me. That validation that, oh, okay, I see you. You picked up these 5 IBAs and every last one of them got here on Saturday. It's like, it's where you at and what you got to show for it. We would write 10 grand personal and Neil Gerfine would be like, that's awesome. What you got to show for it, though? Did you recruit anybody when you wrote this 10 grand? Where they at? You picked up 6 IBAs this month. That's awesome. Where they at? Are you just picking up IBAs to pick up IBAs, or you trying to create something? Where they at? You can't get them to a meeting? You let them dish rag you? You let them tell you whatever they want to tell you? At op night, when they come, I have a code that before anybody leaves, they have to come to me, whether they turned in the IBA or not. The guests have to come to me. So if you had a guest and you got the IBA, you're going to come to me like this. Tonia, I want to introduce our newest breadwinner. That tells me you got the IBA. If you bring them to me and you say, Tonia, I want to introduce to you Mr. Sam, that tells me there's no IBA. He wants to think about it. He wants to do his research. So I'm going to give you both conversations. The first one, hey, welcome. I'm so excited you joined our team. So I take it that you enjoy. I enjoyed everything about it. I'm excited. I'm fired up. I'm this, I'm that, I'm that. That's awesome. What do you do right now? Oh, I'm an engineer. This and that. Really? Okay. So you're going to be at Saturday training, right? Well, what time is that? Now, when they say that, what time is that? I give my rep a look like, that was supposed to be handled for you. You even brought them in here to me. So I go, now I'm about to handle it. Well, Saturday training starts from 9 to 11:30 on Saturday. And this is something that you're expected to do. I understand you had a life before Primerica, so if you can't make this first one, I get it. I totally get it. Today is Wednesday. That's Saturday. I get it. But it is something that we're going to expect you to do on a regular basis. And we do need you to get your orientation knocked out. Is there any way that you can go ahead and make it this Saturday? Well, you know what? I'll see and I'm going to stand there and wait for it. Right in his face. Look him right in his eyes. You know what? Well, I had this plan, that plan. Well, what time is that? Oh, well, I have to be such and such at 12 o'clock. Well, you know what? Some meeting is better than no meeting. So we normally don't like you to leave early, but this time I'll make an exception. If you can just get here and you can just leave at 10:30, that's fine. That'll be enough time to get over there, right? Yeah, that'll work. We could do that. We could definitely do that. We can. I mean, I know you're a man of your word because you did tell me you was coming tonight and you came and you like what you saw. So if you came here and you like what you saw, I know you're going to love Saturday. See, Saturday is where you're going to get real nuts and bolts. You're going to learn, just like an orientation, you're going to learn, how you get paid, how pay schedules and cycles are, how you get promoted. I'm going to make him want to come, which is what my rep should have did before they brought him to me. So my rep's sitting there like, she about to tear me up when they leave. Yeah, I am. And guess what? You're not going to do it again. Next time you bring somebody to me, yeah, I am. I'll be here Saturday. I'll be in orientation. I'm going to be here. I can't wait. Because you handled that when you brought him to me. So I handled it. Either way it go, it gets handled and he leaves. Now, when the other one comes in that did not turn into IBA. So, you're not making a decision to move forward with us tonight? But no, I just have some things I need to work out. I just need to, this and I need to that. Well, what are the issues? Maybe we can talk about them really fast. I have a few minutes. Oh, well, all right. Okay, so did you research you're trying to do? Oh, no, I know you guys are a solid company. I'm already a client. Then they tell me that because they want me to leave them alone. I'm already a client. That's awesome. That's awesome. But what didn't you like about the presentation? I loved everything. I just don't. So when we get to the bottom of it, it could be a felony or some kind of background issue or something. But at the end of the day, when you come to me, my goal, I can't sleep at night if I don't even try. Does that make sense? You won't leave my office saying that was a great meeting and I'll be in touch. No, I need to know why. Why? And it's okay to have that attitude. Why? What are they going to do, get mad because I'm asking them why? So, I don't know you. Get mad, I don't care. Why do you care so much? It doesn't matter. You're not going to change anything about my life, my office, my reps. Doesn't matter. So, that's the way we handle that. Your name on a scoreboard. I'll call a division who is not even on a scoreboard. They know I don't care about number 26. I don't care about that. Number 26 is just like being number 52. Not even there. They used to be top 25. To me, they lowered the standard when they made it 50. Because now you get to thinking you're better than you really are. You're looking at the scoreboard. And see, I only use California scoreboard to allow people to start training. Other than that, we don't look at California. We look at the country. Even though California usually is up there, it's usually up there with Bay Shop. But when you look at districts, divisions, there will often be divisions, district, regionals that's outworking the Californians. And they get to thinking, California, we did. Hold on. Go to the country. Because see, you're number 5 in the country, you're number 1 in California. There are 4 other divisions outworking you, baby. Don't get thinking you all that. So we look at the country. So I'll call a division and I say, hey, I'll call it, but they know if the phone rings during the week before 9 a.m., it's not good. I'll let you get your sleep or whatever you call it if you deserve it. If you don't, whenever I roll over and happen to look at the scoreboard, I'm going to call you. I really don't care. So I call 6:45. So I got to get up at 6:30 every morning for her. It ain't my fault. You don't have kids. I'm sorry. So I wake up and I see something I don't like. I have 5 divisions in my office and not one of them is top 25 on the 18th of the month or whatever. I call. I say, hey, do me a favor. She's like, hello? Yeah, do me a favor. I need you to tell me what number you are in the country right now. I'm not on there. I said, exactly. What you going to do about it today? How you going to change that today? Today, how you going to change that? Well, I'm pretty sure it won't change in one day. You're right, but it starts somewhere. You start thinking about I got to change it today, it will probably show up in about 4 days. But if you never think about I got to get on this board, I got to get on this board, I got to get on this board, you will never get on the board. So what are you going to do today? How many KTs do you have? I have 3. What time? 4, 6, and 8. Okay. All right, have a good day. Then I'll call a district. I have 15 districts in my office, and I had a district meeting 3 weeks ago. And I said, you mean to tell me I can't get more than 2 to get on the board? I have a district problem, and I got to fix it fast. The districts are the bloodline of your business. I got to fix it fast. So for like 3 days straight, I had meetings with nothing but districts at 10:30 at night. I do Primerica for a living. I have nothing else to do. So every night, y'all can come over every night. Tyler's so used to getting up. Says, so who's down there? Who's downstairs? Oh, somebody from the team. Hey, Miss Njadeka. Hey, Miss, she know everybody. Hey, oh, we got a meeting tonight, Mom? Yeah. Go and go to bed. She's like, all right, good night. She's like, well, are they in trouble? Is it a good meeting or a bad one? She want to know, which way is it going to go tonight? I don't know. I'm a Gemini. Every which way I feel in every 5 minutes. It doesn't matter. So we're working about your name on the scoreboard. That's important. It has to be there. You know why also it's important? Everybody wants to be a part of a winning team. So when your name is on the scoreboard, you recruit better. When you're making at least $1,500 a month, you recruit better people. You know how I know that? How about this? Would you like to override me? Would you like to override my replacement, Eric Davis? Those of you that know him, okay. Would you like to override Mario Munoz? Okay. Well, how about this? Mario Munoz was a UPS driver. He was making $4,300 a month. He worked on Saturday and Sunday at a place called Paul the Big Screen, delivering TVs on Saturdays and Sundays for extra $1,500 a month. Hard-working man that needed to make extra money, that was dedicated. He needed to make an extra $1,500 a month. Eric Davis was a parole agent, bringing home about $5,500, making about $6,000 a month. Yet and still, he had a degree in psychology. So he worked part-time at a school doing the psychology reports for extra $1,500 a month. I was a probation officer. After taxes, I brought home anywhere from $38,000 to $4,000. I worked as a substitute teacher to bring home an extra $1,500 a month. So if you can make $1,500 a month, you can show some great quality people how they can come with you and make an extra $1,500 a month. $1,500 a month extra is a game changer in any household. And you will have the attention of some quality people. But if you never do it, how can you show somebody how to do it? If you never get your name on a scoreboard, how can you tell them, come on, play this game with me? Primerica is one big happy game. We have fun playing a game. We compete. We get awards and trophies. Do you understand people go to work and they don't get nothing? Everybody want to be a part of a winning team. Look, I'm a district right now. I'm trying to go division, and you can help me do that. What do you mean? How does that work? Well, when you come aboard, I'm going to be training you. And when I train you, my goal is to get you to district. And everybody that I recruit for you, we're going to get them to come to meetings. We're going to get our meeting attendance up, and then I'm going to be the leader of the division team, and you're going to be the leader of my district team. You ready for that? Let's go. I'm going to teach you how to make extra $1,500 a month, and then I'm going to overwrite you and I'm going to do my part. I'm going to overwrite you and make money off of that, and I'm going to teach you how to do it. Then I'm going to go division. You're going to be the district. You're going to be my right-hand man. We're going to make this happen. And I'm going to be competing on the division board. I'm going to get you on a district board, and we're going to be the number 1 team in the room. Do you understand that people want to hear that? They want to be a part of a winning team, but if you can't even put your name on the scoreboard, you can't convince me that we going to do that when you don't even do that now. How you going to make me a great district when you're not one? Where your name at? Is it even on the board? Do you even care? Learn how to play this game. Primerica is a game. Do you understand that? Look, this is what I couldn't understand. If you have a license, why are you broke? If you have a license, why are you broke? I cannot understand. I could not comprehend from the minute I got licensed. I at least the lowest I made was $1,100. And then the next month I made 13 some change. And then it convinced me, okay, the $1,500 I'm making, I can get rid of this and I'm done. And then I started making 15, 16. Why are you broke? Because when Herman Rojas recruited me, this is what I said. I said, Herman, so if I close 10 sales a day, Primerica gonna pay me? He said, yeah. I said, don't play with me. He said, yeah. I said, so there's no cap? I said, because none of this made sense to me. This is how my mind works. And if you know a Gemini, this is how we work. We like ins and outs, like, okay, I'm trying to figure this whole thing out. So I'm going to go close 10 sales, no matter how much they're for, and they're going to pay me. He said, yes. I said, okay. This just seems like the answer to everybody's problem to me. I promise you that's what I said. I said, this just seems like it's too easy. So I go talk to somebody. The way you prospected me, by the way, I've never closed a cold market sale. I tried prospecting, and I did do good. I got the numbers. I made the phone calls. I even got in the homes, got in 3 homes, but I had already started using referrals, and it was easier to me. So I said, okay, let me master this instead of that. I'm not doing that. So I chose to use referrals. But what I told him was, I said, so you didn't even know me. You woke up 3 days ago. You got my number. You called me. You got in my house. And today you just made $534, and you didn't know me 3 days ago. So you mean to tell me if somebody did that every day, and they close, you like literally can write your own ticket, like you don't have to be broke. He said, no, you don't. I said, this is the answer to everybody's problem. He said, yeah, but the problem is most people don't want to talk to people. I said, because they get rejection. He said, yeah. I said, okay. All right, well, that's fine. I'm going to do it, though. That's what I said. So in my mind, I could not understand why that feeling that you get in the bottom of your stomach, when somebody tells you no, or they reject you, that you let that feeling control your finances. You let that feeling, you rather tell your child no than to take the no's so you can tell them yes. I will take every no for my child. The worst thing a parent can do is tell their child no when their child deserves a yes. For the rest of her life, the only no she'll get out of me is when she doesn't deserve it, not because I don't have the money. The money will never stop me from doing anything for her anymore. It'll be because she didn't deserve it. That's where I want it so bad to get to. So bad. That's where I wanted so bad to get to. Because I was accepted to USC, and I couldn't go. I tell my teammates all the time, I say, you know why I couldn't go? Because, I had the grades. I couldn't go because USC needed a parent contribution. They didn't give me full financial aid. USC is a private school, so the state funds didn't apply. So I got in, and they wanted a parent contribution that my parents didn't have. So I lied and told my parents I didn't get in. My mother couldn't figure out, what's your grades? You got a 3.7. How did you not get in? I don't understand. I'm 3.7 and I'm a minority. USC was supposed to let me in, and they did. Yeah, but they didn't care. I didn't have no money. So I was telling my team, I said, you know why I didn't go to USC? Because nobody from Primerica talked to my parents. That's why I didn't go to USC. Primerica was around then. Nobody talked to them. Somebody saw them in the store and walked right past them. Somebody saw me with my mother when I was little and walked right past them. They didn't think enough of my mother to even open their mouth, because that hole in the bottom of their stomach, that pit, that feeling they get when they hear a no, controlled whether I went to USC or not. They were selfish and didn't want to help enough people, and I happened to be one of them. That's the way I look at it. That's how I internalize it. It's the way I look at it. So you think about that the next time you don't want to talk to nobody. Whether it's prospecting, referrals, or you look at a list of people, I don't want to call these people, I don't know them. What do I say? You cannot say the wrong thing to the right person. Just open your mouth. Don't be so afraid of the no. So what? That person that didn't talk to my parents would have been helping their family and my family. So, I went to Long Beach State. I got my degree. They gave me full financial aid. It was great. I think I got about 31 years old. And I finally told my mother through casual conversation, yeah, I got into USC. She said, wait, no, you didn't. I said, yes, I did. I said, but y'all don't have the money, so I just lied and told you that because I don't want to hurt your feelings. I learned right then and there that a mother's love, when she feel like she lets you down, it don't matter what happened, because she cried. She cried. She was so hurt because she know how bad I wanted to go to USC. I wanted to major in broadcast journalism. I wanted to be a broadcast journalist. I wanted to be like Oprah Winfrey, wanted my own talk show, or I wanted to go into sports casting and find me a husband with some money. I mean, that was the truth. Find me a football player or something. Baseball player would have really been good. So that was what I wanted to do. Men love successful women. I didn't want to be a groupie gold digger. I want to have my own money. I'm going to make about $200,000. But you're going to make millions, and together we're going to live happily ever after. So that was my goal. And I wasn't going to meet him at Long Beach State. USC, I had a really good chance. So anyway, so she was just heartbroken that I didn't do what I planned to do. But guess what? God had another plan. So it worked out. I can't complain. Don't cry for me. Play up. Play up. What does that mean? Well, if you guys follow the scoreboard, I had a division. They were number one division in the country for a couple months. Steph and Viv Ecoy Walton, they are my babies, and they were divisions, and they were killing it. They made 5,400, 5,600, and then they made 6,400 last month on a division contract. They were right between 10 and 15,000 every month. They were the replacement of Chris and Trish that I promoted back in February. I told them, I said, just because I'm promoting them in February does not mean you automatically get your contract. They were doing 25, 30,000 division. That's what I told them. I said, that's great. But the people that you have trained to district, which got you to division, none of them ever get on the scoreboard. So you trained them. They make, close 1,000 in premium, but you have not really developed anybody that you can call as your leader, and I'm not promoting you regional leader till you do it. You know what they said to me? Okay. And for 2 months, they went to work on people. I was so proud of them because they had 2 people that was on the scoreboard, and then I gave them their promotion. I'm not concerned with the numbers like that. You know why I tell them about the numbers? Because you got to eat. That's why. I need you to write 10 grand because you need to eat. I'm not going to feed you. You're not getting none of my money. So you need to eat. I need you to come to the office with a clear head so you don't make every decision based on the lack of your money. Because now you're going to go make poor business decisions because you're so broke. I need you with a clear head making great business decisions, so I need you to make money. No, another reason you make money is because they got districts watching you. And if you don't make no money on division contract, how the hell am I going to pump them up and tell them they need to work hard to go division? You ain't making as much money as them. So you are my advertisement for why you want to go division, and I need you making money. Every one of my divisions, I say you have to make at least 3 grand. At least 3 grand. At least 3 grand. And because I coach money, we're always on team cash. I took number 1 team cash in Puerto Rico on my phase. We're always on team cash. I need you to make money. If you are division, you must make at least 3 grand. If you are a district, you must make at least 1,500. If you are a regional leader, you must make at least 5,000. Those are my minimums. I need to see that. You must make money. And what that does is, now you're going to try to keep your business clean because every chargeback you get, you really going to pay attention. Because, oh, God, I got to fix this. I got to do that. I got to stop this chargeback from coming because I need to make money. So, play up. They were number 2 division when the contract hit. Automatically, they came in at number 17 regional in the country. They was watching it. They told me, they said, okay, when it hits, we're going to come in at least number like between 18 and 15 when it hit. When it hit, we're going to come in. They're going to be like, boom, who was that? They took pride in knocking somebody down. They don't even see us coming. We about to knock them down. They took somebody's spot right before the numbers went final. Numbers went final on Thursday. They contract hit on Tuesday. Somebody got knocked down, all the way down. Somebody thought they was going to finish number 50. Here they come. Boom, their number name is gone. I'm sorry. They played up. They constantly looked up. Where would I come in if I was a regional? Where would I come in if I was a regional? Where would I come in if I was a regional? Where would I come in if I was a regional? You know how many times I did that? When I was a district, I was never number one district in the country. The most I got was number 3. I still had a job. I quit my job as a district. A week later, I was promoted to division. So when I went division, I became number 1 division in the country. And I remember when that promotion hit, I went from number 3 district in the country to like number 10 division. I was like, whoa, 10 already? Oh, I got this. I spent 7 months at division. And the last 2 months, I was number 1 in the country because that's all I worked for. I am not going to go regional before. I don't know when he's going to promote me regional, but I feel you feel it coming. I don't know, but oh my goodness, I got to hit number 1. I got to be number 1. And I hit number 1 division in the country. And then the next month, I hit number 1. I got my watch. Literally earned my watch. Next day, I got a regional leader promotion. By the time the watch was on my wrist, I was a regional leader already. And I was number 1 in the country those last 2 months. Went regional leader. I was a regional leader for a year and a half. And of that year and a half, of that 18 months, I was number 1 in the country. All but 4 months. All but 4. All but 4. So when I went RVP, I didn't know nothing but number 1. I went RVP, I said, oh, it's like when you leave junior high and you was the man in junior high. Then you go to high school and nobody cares. I was like, whoa, nobody cares. And a $800,000 earner saw me my second month as an RVP, saw me at a, this is funny because he laughed about it today. I'm not going to say no names. But he saw me at an event and he said, oh, Tonia Paul, you playing with the big dogs now. And that number 1 spot seemed far away, don't it? I looked at him, I respect my elders. I said, yeah, I got to go back to the drawing board, but it's fine. He said, okay, well, we'll see what you got. He's playing with the big dogs now. His base was doing about 45, 50. I was doing 35, 33. Just as long as I was over 30, I was like, okay, I'm in the game. 6 months later, I was doing 60. He was doing 40. I saw him. I said, hey. I didn't even have to say nothing. He said, yeah, I see you. I said, oh, no. Oh, I'm just trying. He ain't never said nothing else about it. And well, what's understood don't have to be explained. You know what I'm saying? Okay, moving on. Last one is consistency. This is a big one because everybody wants to ride a roller coaster. Up, down, up, down. Listen. The best thing I can tell you to stay consistent, the number 1 thing I can tell you is to know your bottom line number. To 2 things. You must know how much money you need to make your house go round. So you must learn your bottom line number. What is the least amount of money that can come in my house and everything be all right? Whatever that number is, you need to know it, have it embedded in your head. You need to know it. Because knowing that is the number 1 way you are going to be consistent. Whether you have a job or not, please don't misunderstand this. There's two different things that I want you to look at. The first person in Primerica loves their job. They are comfortable. They just want to make extra money. They're putting that money towards their retirement, building a portfolio, or they got a kid that's going to be going to college in 5 years. That whatever the case may be, they're not really looking to leave their job, and that's fine. That's fine. You still need to know your bottom line number so you can stay consistent in the extra money that you want to make. Still need to know that number. I need to make sure, okay, my job brings me this. But I'm trying to put away $1,500 a month. So I need to write this much premium, keep it clean, stay on top of my stuff every single month to make sure I can make at least $1,500. I'm putting $1,000 away from my retirement. I'm putting $500 away from my child's education. I have to keep doing this. Does that make sense? Okay. Then you have the person that hates their job. That I want to be full-time Primerica so bad, but I make $6,000 a month, and I don't know if I'm ever going to get to make $6,000 a month in Primerica. Okay? So this is how this works. So we learned the bottom line number. You make $6,000 a month, which means you bring home $5,200. They take $800 a month from you, let's just say. Just make it an even 5. You see 5 in your hand, okay? So what you have to do is you got to get to that point. So now let's look at this. 5 hits your hand. What is your bottom line number? What takes care of all your bills? You still get to go to a movie here and there. You still get to go eat a little bit. What number is the least amount of money that has to come in your house? Let's say they say $3,800. Okay, $3,800. I have to have $3,800. So this is what I'm going to tell them. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take away some of your free time. If you really want to leave your job, I need some of your free time. I need some of your time with your kids. I need that so we can get you free. So what we're going to do is you get off work at 5 o'clock. We're going to make sure you have a 6 and an 8 every single day. Yeah, I said every day. You know why? Because we in pursuit of success right now. You don't take days off when you're in pursuit of success. You take hours off. You don't take days, you take hours. Well, what about my daughter's birthday party? My daughter had a birthday party at 4 at Knoxberry Farm. The party started at 2 o'clock. It was over at 4:30. Well, they can now go into the rest of the amusement park and go do what they want. I was on a KT at 4 o'clock. People were still there, and that's fine. What she got a daddy for, a grandmother for, a grandfather for, an auntie for. I had to pay for this party. I was there, cut the cake, took the pictures, did all that memorable stuff. But at 3:30, I left. Had a KT at 4 o'clock. They still at the park all night? Guess what, though? I sent out a close at 5:45 that said I just closed for $62. Then I went to another appointment after that one and closed that one for $70-something. Had to get my money back that party cost me. She had an awesome time. She probably don't even remember. We have the pictures. Mommy was there. Look, I was there. I had to stay all night. I took hours off, not days off, because I'm in pursuit of success. That has to come first. You can make it work if you want to. So I know my bottom line, your bottom line number, you know it, 3,800. This is what I'm going to tell them. Listen, I need some of this time. We got to figure this whole thing out. I need you on KTs like crazy. I need you working. I need you focused. This could take 6 months to get you off the job. This could take a year. It depends on you and how hard you're willing to work to get off that job. How hard are you willing to get your skill set up? I had 2 people quit their job this past week. They just couldn't take it no more. They gone, they're done. They work the airport. So, and they know each other, but they don't even work in the same terminal. It's crazy. So I tell them this, it's okay, what we got to do is we got to get you making $3,800 or as much as possible outside of your money from work. Now, at this point, it's about what you're going to do with that money. See, if I'm talking to the other person, she's investing all her extra money, okay? She got a plan. Her plan is different from his plan. His plan is I got to get out of my job. Her plan is I got to put money away from my family. So, of course, all the extra money you're making, we're investing it. His plan, we're not investing it. You know what we're doing? We're investing in his future. So we're going to take this money. So the first money, you're trying to make 38. He don't make 38. He make 2,000. What we're going to do with this 2,000? Let's sit down and figure out what is keeping your bottom line so high. Is it a $400 a month credit card bill? Because if it is, how much do you need to pay this off? So we can buy down this $400. Oh, I need to give him $8,000. Okay, so you just made 2. Let's send it to him. Next month, you make 3. Let's send it to him. We almost there. Next month, let's send it to him. Boom, it's gone. $400 is free. Now your bottom line from 38 to 34. Let's go. You're closer to getting free. Let's go. What's the next reason? What else can we get down? Well, my car's almost paid for. I owe $6,000 more. Let's get that out the way. Come on, let's go. Boom, you make $3,000. Boom, let's send it to him. Next month, you make $2,500. Boom, let's send it to him. That card note was $500. In a matter of 8 months, we down $900. Your bottom line done went from 38 to 29. You closer to being able now. Guess what else you did? Because you was focused on that. When's the last time you made 2,900? God, the last 9 months, I made 33, 32. Exactly. Do you think you got enough confidence to leave your job? Because now all you have to see is 2,900. Let's go. I'm done. Now that he's free and he's full time, if he could make that money part time, if I can teach him about his time management, don't you think he can double that full time? Now we're going to keep your bottom line at 20. Now we're going to start saving money. Now you're going to start mapping. Because remember, all them months you put that money over there. Remember? Okay, let's start mapping. I need at least 15, 20%. Come on, let's start there. Let's go. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Everybody wants somebody full-time in their business, but are you helping them get full-time? Are you giving them a plan? Remember, people that still have a job, they're used to being told what to do. You think they Primericans already. No, they're not. They still have a job. They're part Primerican and part something else. They half and half. Well, you're going to tap into the half that's still used to being told what to do and tell them what to do. They'll appreciate it. It make them a whole Primerican. Must become one with your planner. Okay, so this is when Eric Davis joined my business. Eric Davis, parole agent, I recruited him. He owned 3 properties out of state. He had to pay the taxes on the properties. He was like, look, every time I dig into my savings, that money is just gone. I never get it back. I can't, it's getting lower and lower. I got other stuff I got to do in the next few months. I got to pay $3,000 worth of taxes by the end of the month. This is as soon as he got his license. He said, what do I need to do? I got to cut this down. What do I need to do? Just tell me what to do and I'll do it. He had just went district. He had just had his license one day. We had, it was like the 5th or 6th of the month. He said, I got to make $3,000 by the end of the month. Just tell me what to do and I'll do it. Brand new license. I said, are you sure? He said, I promise you, I'm sure I'll do whatever you tell me to do. And this is why Eric Davis never made less than $3,000. I said, okay, get your planner out. Go get you a blank planner and come over. Got him the planner. It was like 12 at night. He came over. Blank planner. I said, okay, this planner is going to become your Bible. Okay? You're going to become one with this planner. What you're going to do is we're going to open this up and we're going to look at the rest of the month. What days are you available? He said, I'm available every day. So you can have a KT I can have a KT every day. I don't care. Okay. So what you're going to do is we're going to start with 2 days from today. And you're going to put the times you're available on that day. He still had a job. But he had one of those jobs, where you still on the clock till 5, but you can leave at 2, that kind of stuff. Had no real boss over him. I said, okay. He said, I can have a KT as early as 4 o'clock. I said, okay. Put in here 4, 6, 8 blank spaces on that day. Go to the next day. What day? 4, 6, 8. Okay. Saturday comes. What day? I can start as early as 2 o'clock after the meeting and do a 2, a 4, a 6, and 8. Okay. Let's put it in. Sunday, how early? I start as early as 10 a.m. Okay. Let's go. Put them in. And now we did it all the way to the end of the month. I said, let me tell you how you going to make $3,000. I said, your focus. You're going to wake up every morning. You're going to go to bed every night. I have to fill this book up. It has to get under your skin to open up this book and look at it and see all these blank dates and times. It has to get under your skin. Like, I cannot function without this filled up. He said, okay. I said, okay, so tomorrow you going to get up. He said, I'm going to take off work tomorrow. I said, okay. Took off work tomorrow. He was over there with me. Let's make phone calls. Make phone calls. Come on, let's make phone calls. He was making phone calls. He was calling people. He had a different attitude because guess what? He had a goal in mind at the end of that month. He had to feel it. I said, do what I tell you to do, and I promise you. Who are you talking to? He said, he don't even have Facebook. I said, well, if you did, go on there and hit messages with people. Say, hey, what's going on? I haven't talked to you in a while. I tell people how to do that. You don't ask for nothing on Facebook. You hit them in the message inbox. Hey, let them talk about themselves. And then say, hey, you know what? Let me get your number. So now you go ahead and you call them, and immediately, as soon as they give it to you, hey, what's going on with you? Girl, I was just too much typing. And then you let them talk again. They want to talk about themselves. That's great. You know what? I don't know why I never thought about this. I've been helping families with their finances, and I need to sit down with you. Oh, I have a financial advisor. That's awesome. You're really the kind of person I want to sit down with. That means that you're going to have some ideas that I might be able to use. That's great. You know what? Let me sit down with you and help you and your family. What day works for you, Tuesday or Thursday? Oh, well, what is it? Well, we help families save money. Which one of those interests you more? Oh, wow, probably both. Great. That's all I want to talk to you about. Well, what company is it? PFS. We're a financial service company. You've ever heard of us? Oh, no, I don't think I have. Okay, so what day are you available? All I need is about 40 minutes of your time. That's it. Either it's going to work for you or it's not. We're going to try to improve and enhance your current situation. If it doesn't work, that's fine. So what day are you available? Thursday. Okay, 6 or 8. I'll probably have to talk to my husband to see which time works best. Well, women always know when their husband, what they doing and where they at. So what time does he usually come home? Oh, girl, he usually home by 7:30. Okay, 8 o'clock sounds good, so let's do 8 o'clock. Okay, what's your address? You have to come to the house? I have to come to the house. It's customary and complimentary. I mean, you wouldn't expect a doctor to work on you in the parking lot, would you? And you say, you know what? You're right. Exactly. It's customary and complimentary to you. It's tailored for you and your household and your needs. So, yes, I need to be in a home. There might be a few things I'm going to ask you for that you have to have access to in a home. And we wouldn't want to be in a Starbucks. Everybody can hear your business. That's out of compliance for my company. No one needs to hear your business because the person sitting next to us, you're not going to want to answer the question truthfully because there's people listening to your information. So we need to do it in your home where you're most comfortable. Okay, no problem. I'll give you the address. That's simple. That's what you use Facebook for. Not telling them where you at and taking pictures and we here and this is the location and look what I'm eating. Really? Social media is a great tool if you use it for business. Other than that, you're just wasting time. Unless you do like me and brag a little bit about my lifestyle because I want you to join my business. I know you at work. I purposely post stuff about where I am through the day, not where I am like what, but you can see the picture that I'm not at work. I purposely post that. I'm not at work. I don't know where you at. I know where you at. You're at work. I'm not. I'll be at the mall, take a picture of my shoe. These were $400. It's not the fact that they were $400, it's the fact that, not that I'm able to buy them, but that I can buy them at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. While you at work, trying to make $400. Those are for the people that doubted me. I have to give them a little something every now and then, They still follow me. You know what Instagram needs? Instagram needs a snitch button so you can see who all looked at your page all day. So I can see who peeking and not speaking. Because I know they be looking. Okay. So I told him he had to become one with his planner, and he did. He was on KT, and guess what? He was brand new. But he took me on 17 training appointments, and I closed all of them. So he knew what to do. He knew what to do. He was nervous in the beginning. The first couple of ones wasn't closing, but guess what? Because he did so much in a short period of time, he didn't close as many as he would close today if he went on that many, but he closed enough to make $3,100. And guess what? Then when the next month came, the next month hit, he was like, okay, if I do that every month, I'm gonna make this kind of money? He said, that was kind of tiring. I said, well, you get a rhythm. You get a rhythm where it becomes your endurance. If you go out there and try to run a mile right now and you never run a mile, you're gonna fall out. But if you run a jog a little bit every day, and you do a little bit more and a little bit more. I'm working with a trainer now, and the first day we went out there and just power walked, I want to die. I didn't even make 2 miles. I was like, what the heck, from walking? But that was 6 weeks ago. I didn't pay no attention. The other day we was power walking. She had me doing it backwards. She said, do you know you did 4 miles today? I said, what? It's called endurance. So yeah, it was tiring this first month, and you get tired, and that's why you don't stay consistent. It was just too much. I didn't see my kids that much. It was just too much. It was just too much. How was it too much when you made $8,000, $6,000, $10,000? You made more money than you ever made because you did that month, and you look at it, that's just too much, and you don't want to do it again. You got to do it enough to where it becomes a habit. When you start doing it like it's nothing. This is what I do. This is easy. I got this. It's a rhythm. You got to do it so often it gets to that point. Then it won't become that bad. So you got to go through the pain first. No pain, no gain. And that's what he did. And it became what he did. 10 grand was nothing. Then the 12 grand came. Then the 14 grand came. It was nothing. Then we started game. How soon can who's the first to write 10 grand? How soon can we get 10 grand done in a month? The soonest I ever did it was the 12th of the month. I was already at 10 grand. Because my downline was telling me they was going to do it faster. No, you not. You ain't outright me. You ain't even know you're not. Whatever the challenge is, no, you're not. I was at 10 grand on the 12th before. And some of you like, whoo, okay, I can let up now. No, because now my sick mind works like this. Could this be the month I write 20? Could this be the month I write? Because guess what? I don't want to mess up my endurance. If I slow down for the last 2 weeks because I hit 10 grand on the first 2 weeks, guess what my first 2 weeks of my next month gonna look like? I gotta start getting it all up again. Do you understand if a penny is sitting on the railroad, the train can't go? Did you know that? As big and heavy as it is, if it's sitting in front of that wheel, it can't go. But once it get going, it will tear through sheets and sheets of metal. Iron, it'll tear right through it. That's called momentum. But when you stop your momentum, it is so hard to get it going again. It's so hard. So just because I hit 10 grand on a 12, I slow down? No, because this is what I do for a living. See, again, you worrying about the immediate outcome. I'm worrying about the long distance outcome. Everything I made as a district, as a division, as a regional was a byproduct to getting myself, Neil sold me on 20 grand a month. That's what Neil sold me on. He said, Tonia, would you be terribly upset if Primerica paid me $83,000 a month to teach you how to make 20 grand a month? I said, hell no, I'm from Compton. Why would I be mad at that? If you can give me 20 grand a month, you deserve everything Primerica pay you. And that's what we went for. He said, I'm going to get you the 20 grand a month. And I remember the day I made 10 grand a month. And he called and said, how's that 10 grand feel? I said, awesome. I can get used to this. I remember the day I made 15 grand a month. He called and he said, how'd that 15 grand feel? I said, I just don't believe it. It feels unbelievable. And I remember the day I made 20 grand a month. He called and said, how'd that 20 grand feel? I said, I don't know, because it's 19,800. He said, well, you're going to hit 20 tonight. I said, I don't know, because it's 19,800. He said, okay. So then the next day, he said, how'd that 20 grand feel? I said, you mean 22? And I remember the day I made 25, and the day I made 30, and the day I made 40. And just this February, the most I've ever been paid in 1 month was $51,000. So must anticipate having appointments and KTs. That goes with becoming one with that planner. You have to anticipate, you have to expect to. You know your plan, your schedule. Put it out there. You must expect to. You got to throw it in the universe. You have to have affirmations. Things I want to do. If I open up my planner, on my planner, at the top of my planner, it says 25, at 25, in 5. And I write it on top of my planner every single month when I start the month. I want to see that all day, every day. I want to see that. I want to live that. I want to breathe that. What that means is in the next 5 years, I want 25 first-generation RVPs with a minimum $25,000 base shop. That will make me a $3 million earner. But what would that make them? Minimum 300 grand. Minimum. And that's what I want. So I have to see it every day. I have to think about it every day. That's what motivates me every day. What do I want? What do I want? What do I want? I want all ownership under me. That's what I want. And you know what? Somebody gonna do it. You know why? Because nobody thought that Art Williams would create what he created. Nobody thought that whoever's doing whatever they're doing today was gonna get done. But it don't matter. Nobody gotta believe it but me. I tell my team, I'm gonna believe it enough for all of y'all. Doesn't matter. That's what I want. Usually, what I want, I get. Consistently promoting districts. People say, if you can go district, you can go RVP. Okay, I guess. I feel more like if you can go division with me, you can go RVP. Because sometimes the way California's set up, see, sometimes your senior rep is used more like district. I don't know how long it takes you to get licensed. But the way California's set up, we most of the time hand that to you pretty much. you're getting promoted district off of things you did in training. All we have to do is keep telling you, get us some more appointments, and then we recruited for you, we closed for you, we got your premium for you, we got the recruits for you, we got everything for you because you were in training. So we kind of pretty much gave you that. Your real work started when you got licensed and tried to prove to us that you wanted to start training, and then tried to prove to us that you wanted to go division. Because the way we're set up, we pretty much gave it to you. That was kind of like your reward for taking us on so many training appointments. I had to sell you on something to keep you engaged for 6 weeks. I have to sell you on what's in it for you. You're not going to make a dime. You're about to go watch me close everybody in your family, all your cousins, your best friend, your neighbors, everybody. I'm about to close everybody. I make all this money and you getting a bonus. What's in it for you? The opportunity for you to learn how to close a sale and be at a 50% contract when all this is said and done. It's called delayed gratification. You do the work now, and you will get paid on the back end by having a 50% contract. And that works. They say, okay, let's go. They have understanding. You know why they have understanding? Because I don't recruit super broke people. Some of you have. We've all done it. We tried it. You know why it don't work? Because they don't have the mental capacity to watch us make all that money, and they're trying to figure out how they're going to eat tomorrow. And it's not fair for you to put them in that position to try to do that. So when they're too broke, it doesn't work. You get negativity. They trying to make money off me. And it rottens the whole leg. You think it don't, but it do. They're not going to just say that to somebody. They're going to say it to everybody they bring. Yeah, I'm just going to take her on 2 appointments. I'm going to just learn this myself. She ain't finna make all this money off me. Okay, but that's my fault because I shouldn't have recruited somebody like that. That was so broke, their whole focus was how they gonna eat tomorrow and next week. I cannot work with that. It messes up my business. We have to have a flow. We have to have harmony. We have to have an understanding. I need you to have a job so you have money coming in, so you can understand that your time, because they worry about their time because they spending time not making any money and not doing nothing. They worry about their gas money. I done drove way over here. I don't have no gas money. Well, if you had a job, you would have gas money. So some of the things are frustrations that you have. You created them yourself. Look at who you recruited. And sometimes you mad at the recruit, be mad at yourself. You know why? Because the recruit told you they didn't want to be recruited. You wasn't listening. I tell my team, I just said, listen, you went in there, you closed the sale. And I'm like, at what point do you just let it go? And they said, what do you mean? So you close the sale, and the first thing you want to do is try to recruit them, right? But how far do you go? I've tried to think about what you want for your family, try to show you that we can help you get it. Your job really can't. Don't you want to make extra money? I done tried all of this in a few minutes. And what they keep telling me, oh, no, I just don't think it's for me. Oh, I know I'm just the kind of person. Oh, the meetings, I don't know if I want to come to the meetings. Oh, no, and I'm leaving the financial educator zone, and I'm going into the salesman zone. Because I can pick up the IBA. I can become real savvy. I can turn into a salesman like that. But we're not salesmen. We're financial educators. So I left that zone trying to pick up this IBA. Oh, my God, it's right there. She on the edge. It's right there. I'm going to bat that away. At what point are you listening? They don't really want to do it. They don't want to come to meetings. They don't really want to go in people's houses and talk to people. This is kind of scary for me. Okay, you done got 5 objections and you keep going. You're turning into a salesman. What's going to happen is you're going to try to find something that triggers them. Okay, all right, I'll try it. No, what they're really saying is I want you to hurry up and get the hell out of my house. And you're going to get that IBA. Then you get mad when they don't want to come to the meeting. Then you get mad when they don't want to answer your phone call. Then you get mad. What are you mad at? Didn't they tell you they don't want to do it? Basically, they paid you $99 to get out their house. And you took it. Now you mad. Be mad at yourself. Because it would have been more productive for you to recognize, okay, all right, you know what, no problem. I get it and I totally understand. But let me ask you this question. Who do you know that deserves the opportunity to hear what you just heard, see what you've just seen? Who do you know that deserves the opportunity to send their kids to college for as low as $50 a month? Who do you know deserves the opportunity to retire from their job sooner than later, like you're now able to do because of this visit? Who you know? Here's a list. We got 25 spots here. I want you to get out your cell phone, and I want you to give me everybody that you know that deserves this opportunity. Come on, let's go. And she's going to happily write them down. You know why? Because she's just happy I'm not trying to recruit her no more. You will get one of two things when you go in the house if you do it right. Try to recruit them. If they buying it, get an IBA. Boom. Try to recruit them. If they're not buying it, know when to back off enough to where now they're like, whew, okay, I'll give you everybody I know. If you do it that way, you will always walk out of a closed house with one of the two. Period. It works. Now, I'll leave you with some final thoughts. Excuses don't excuse and explanations don't explain. So when someone tells me that they're not coming to a meeting, I don't ask why, and it drives them crazy. Because I don't care why. Bottom line is you ain't going to be there, right? Whatever the reason was, it was so important to you that it was okay to miss the meeting, and it shouldn't have mattered what I think because it was so important that you're going to miss the meeting. That's fine. I have no problem with that. And if there were some consequences because you're trying to get something done and now you can't do it, that's fine too. Accept that. I don't need to know why. You know why I don't need to know why? Let me tell you why. Because think back to when you had a job if you don't have one, or if you do. Think back to, some of y'all probably have to do it today. Think back to when you had a job and you want to take a day off. You prepared all night and all morning to make that phone call to act like you was sick. It might have been one or two people who could have answered the phone, and you're like, oh, I hope I get Sally instead of Jimmy. Sally is easier than Jimmy. I'm so, hey, Sally. I'm so sick today. I'm just not going to be able to make it. Oh, okay, no problem. That's okay. I'm pretty sure I'll be better tomorrow, but today I just can't make it. Okay, no problem. Okay, all right, bye. All right, girl, let's go. I'm ready to go now. We can go on and go where we had to go because I got that out the way. But when you call Sally, Sally's like, hello? She's like, hey, Sally, I'm not going to be able to come in. Oh, you're not? Okay, no problem. All right, bye. Hang up the phone. First thing in your mind is, what is Sally thinking? Does she believe me? Is my job going to be okay? Oh, my God. So, well, maybe I'll just go and I'll just leave early. Maybe I'll just show up and I'll just play sick. That way she can see that I'm really sick. And you're not comfortable. It ain't going to be no, okay, come on, girl, let's go. No. You worried all day. What's going to happen to my job? So I don't need them to tell me they ain't coming to me and then be okay with what they got to do. I need you on the edge of your seat. Hey, Tonia, I'm not coming to me. Oh, okay, no problem. I'll see you on Wednesday. All right, bye. I don't need to know why. You just ain't coming. Okay, so you're not there. In my mind, it just tells me where you are. That's all. And I said, well, it's my kid's game today. That's fine. Please don't misunderstand me. If whatever you're missing the meeting for is that important to you, miss it. But please don't misunderstand your upline for not being sensitive or not being no. Because when I miss a meeting for something that my daughter has to do, it's going to be because it was that important to me. Does that make sense? It's still a business at the end of the day. It's funny how you don't get mad at your job if they don't like the fact that you missed work. But you get your upline, he just being insensitive. He don't like the fact that I missed the meeting. And okay, yeah. So he wanted you to do something today, and now you missed the meeting and you can't do it. So don't expect to do it next Saturday. Get good at it again for a while. Maybe it'll come up next month and you'll be able to do it. You're grown. Do what you like, but don't get mad at the rules. You don't get mad I'm at work. You still stay there. Ask yourself this question. Are you willing to do what most won't so you can have what most don't? I've said it over and over again. You cannot do normal things and get abnormal money. You must do abnormal things to have abnormal money. And that, what I mean by abnormal is the world's normal. My normal is my normal. Well, the way the world sees it, okay? People say, you know what, you Primericans are brainwashed. Well, you know, I'd rather be brainwashed to be wealthy than brainwashed to be broke. You're just money hungry. I'd rather be money hungry than broke thirsty. I get all of that, and it does not bother me, because most people that say those kind of negative things about people that want money all the time, it's because they don't have none. So they're trying to make themselves feel better about the decisions they make to not get up and go get some of the things they want out of life. When people say, how could you just spend that much money on a handbag? Well, when I'm not spending my rent money on it, when it's a fraction of what I make, I buy what I want to buy. Nobody said anything to you when you bought that $50 handbag, because in your world, that $50 handbag was affordable. Well, in my world, the $1,500 handbag is affordable. Well, how could you buy your child a $700 purse for her birthday? Because I wanted to. Well, she's probably going to lose it, or she's probably going to... Okay, well, she probably would have lost the $20 one too. She probably would have messed the $20 one up too. But just because she would have, does that mean that she's not supposed to have it? You spend your money what you want to spend your money on. I save 35% of my money every single month. I treat myself every couple of months to what I want. I don't work this hard to not get some of the things I want. That keeps me going. I give myself triggers. Okay, if you hit this number, then you can go get that. I still do that to myself. If you hit this amount, if you make this much money, boom, then you can go get this. If you hit this, then boom, you can go treat yourself and go do this. That's how I operate. That keeps me going. I put myself on a spending budget. If I know I'm getting ready to go to Atlanta in July and they got good shopping out there, I'm not buying nothing for the last 2-3 months. I'm going to do it all when I get there. You work for what you want to work for. I work for options. I want options out of life. That's what I want. I want options, period. You can make excuses and you can make money, but you can't make both. When's enough gonna be enough? When are you just tired of watching everybody else have the life you want? I just refuse to live that life when I know it's in my hands. I refuse. I'm happy for everybody that wins. I'm happy for everybody to make a decision to win. I'm happy for everybody. I love Primerica. I love Primericans. I love people that get up and do something. Make it happen. And if you're happy where you are, then that's fine. But if you're not, what is stopping you? Do you know you're a decision away from greatness? Just a decision. You're a decision away from greatness. You have to make the right decisions. You have to get out of the normal circle of people that you're in. You know, it's funny how when celebrities make big money, they don't stay in the same place. They don't hang around the same people. Because they get life coaches. A lot of celebrities get life coaches, and they're coaching them. It's funny when a new singer comes out. It's funny if you watch this. A new singer or a new actor, they get their first movie, their first album comes out. They look one way. Let that third one come out. They're a whole new person. They have an image consultant that works on their image, works on their posture. They have a press consultant that works on how you speak to press and how you dance around that question. They have their glam squad, the people that do their hair and do their makeup. They have a wardrobe person. Everything about them had to change in order for them to get what they want out of that industry. And you think you're going to come here and not increase your value in the marketplace at all? This is an industry too, and everything about you has to change because you came here one way, but you're supposed to be here another. And that's the work you have to do on yourself every single day. I worked on myself. You have to evaluate, what do you need? I didn't need help on self-confidence. I didn't need help on worthiness. I would walk in a room and feel like I own it. That was never a problem for me. However, I had to work on people. My people skills were horrible. I was a people person. Don't confuse the two. I was a people person. My people skills were horrible. What do I mean by that? I grew up in Compton. I had to be very hard on the exterior. You weren't going to get over on me, or why you say it like that? What you mean by that? Everything was something. When I became a teacher, I taught in the inner city of Los Angeles. I taught at a continuation school. These kids were kicked out of the 5 major high schools in Los Angeles. So I'm still in a place where the roughness and the toughness is welcomed. You had to be a tough teacher. You couldn't let them get over on you. And walk in a classroom demanding my respect. I didn't have to conform to anybody. You had to conform to me. I became a probation officer. Criminals, criminal juveniles. Again, you're going to do what I say, when I say, how I say. I don't have to conform to you. You got to conform to me. The toughness was welcomed because of the jobs I did. And then I come here. You crying about a no. What the hell are you crying for? So what? I told you no. So what? This is what I would tell a recruit. Well, you told me that you was coming to the meeting and you didn't show up, so you must don't want to win. Matter of fact, don't even come back no more. Bye. I probably wouldn't even get a bye. I mean, I was so rough. Neil used to be like, whoa, wait, Tonia, you're only going to ever close sales for the rest of your life. You're never going to have a team. So I don't need a team. I make good money by myself. I don't care. So he's like, whoa, hold on. You got this thing all wrong. You have to conform to them. They don't have to conform to you. They will not stay if you don't learn how to treat them. I said, what? They told me they want to win. It's okay for them to lie to me then? They lie to me, tell me they want to win. They turn to IBA. They going to come to the meeting. They don't even show up. They don't want to pick up the phone call. They some punks. They want to pick up the phone when I call them. They just run it. Who does that? If you didn't want to do it, you shouldn't even tell me you wanted to do it. Just don't lie to me. Just don't. Look, be straight up with me because I'm straight up with you. That wasn't going to get me a $100,000 base job. So I had to change. I had to read a lot of Maxwell. Ooh, I thought I knew him personally. I had to read Pushing Up People 3 times. Less Given Skills with People. The Art of Dealing with People. People. I would walk into the Barnes and Nobles and be like, where's the people book section? Because I need some help. And I had to work on myself. When Eric joined the business and I started sending out text messages, he said, whoa, can you start sending them to me first? I said, for what? Let me edit it because this sound a little, I said, are you kidding me? He was like, look, I feel you. Because we had gotten really close. I feel you. I get it. But, you know, some people have been complaining to me like, what does she mean by that? What she mean? We never going to win. What does she mean if you don't show up to this meeting and you ain't shit? Oh, see, y'all don't get that side. Y'all didn't know that, right? I said, well, I didn't mean it like that. And he said, no, send it to me first and then we're going to start editing it out. And I'm like, okay, fine. And then I had to change. And so I worked on myself. You cannot walk in here and stay the same person. I couldn't stay Tauntaun from Compton. Couldn't stay it. I couldn't stay that. Couldn't do it. Didn't matter how hard I worked, didn't matter how much premium I did. I had to become someone that somebody on my team can look at and would like to become. Does that make sense? I had to work on myself, my mouth, my attitude, my everything. I had to hear people when they spoke. I had to listen to what they were saying. I had to understand that everybody wasn't like me. Everybody didn't have this hard exterior and this DGAF effect. Everybody didn't have that. And I had to listen to those that needed help and learn how to give it to them and understand. And then once I did that, guess what? I had to teach it. Everything in this business, you guys, you learn it, you master it, and you teach it. Those that teach it the best will win the most. If you don't teach anyone to do it, you'll be doing it by yourself for the rest of your life. And I don't know if that's what you want, but what I wanted is to be free. And I'm on my way to being free. I'm on my way. Please don't mistake the $45,000 I was paid last month for freedom. Don't mistake the $51,000 I was paid in February for freedom. And I always say this because I don't want anybody to start making a certain amount of money and you mistake your money, your income for freedom. Your income is not what frees you. How did you make the income? My income is based off of a big base shop and 2 RVPs. One has been RVP a year, one's been RVP 2 months. My money is not real. I know that, and that's what keeps me going. I have a hierarchy by name, but I'm building a hierarchy. If somebody's husband leaves them in my base shop, somebody else's child goes to the hospital, somebody else's mother gets sick, I'm going to take a serious hit. I'm going to take a serious dip in income that month. It's 3 different legs that's going to be affected because my money is not based upon a big hierarchy. Do I make some money like people with a big hierarchy make? Yes. I respect them to the fullest because they can go get on a golf course and they could have 10 fires in their business and they're wider than the problem. Me, I'm wider than a problem in my base shop. Hierarchy-wide, I'm not wider than too many problems, maybe 1 or 2, that's about it. Let 10 ring out. The income gonna drop. That's what keeps me going. That's what keeps me humble. That's what keeps me working so hard. I have to build a big hierarchy so that the money becomes real. You gotta understand that the money has to become real. Right now, it's by the grace of God every single month, and my team that love me and I love them, and them keeping the belief level. I gotta work. I gotta work on my business. I gotta keep their belief level high. I gotta keep them in the game. I gotta worry about if their husband is cheating on them. Come on over here, girl, we'll figure it out. I gotta walk this girl to her divorce. I gotta walk this guy through his divorce. I gotta worry about their kids not doing well in school and how that's affecting them. I gotta worry about all of that. And guess what? What you do becomes a habit. So what I know is this. Much like Jim Coker, even when I make my millions, because I worried about it so much, I'm going to keep worrying about it. It's not going to go away. I'm going to keep caring about my people. It's not going to go away. That's part of what you have to do to build it here. You have to be concerned with their well-being. You have to be concerned with their mindset. They have to have the capacity to go out there and help a family. They have to have that. You have to be concerned with how they're feeling. You have to. And coach them through it. Coach them through the tough times. Neil Gerfine still coaches me today. He still coaches Ingrid from way over here on this side of the country. He comes out here to see about her. This is what coaches do. Jim Coker told me he was down in one of the states. You know, you get so many states that you cover. You're like, yeah, I was down there with my guys and so. He don't have to do that. He don't have to do it. Love for the business, love for the people. And I'm just trying to develop a mega hierarchy, and I hope that you are too. I'm just trying to go all the way to the top. Skies is the limit. I want to have $1 million earners under me. I want $1 million earners under me. Every last one of my uplines are $1 million earners. I'm direct to Neil Gerfine, then Rose, then Youngers, then Rick Susie, Hector Lamarck, Mike Sharp, all 6 generations. Every last one of them. Every last one of them. Why wouldn't I want to be one too? Rick Susie overrides all of them. Rick Susie has $7 million, including himself, a $7 million earners. About to have an 8th one when Danny Chamorro goes. About to have a 9th one when Cornegay goes. They're both slated to go either by convention or right after. That's what I want. The ultimate extreme freedom. That's what I want. Hell, Hector overrides all that. Mike Sharp overrides all that. That's what I want. And I got to keep working until I get it. I hope I've blessed you with something that you can use. Take the best and leave the rest. If it's working for you, whatever you're doing, please don't change it. Tweak it, but don't change it. Take the best, leave the rest. I thank you guys for having me here. I love you guys. See you at the top.